Good afternoon, Tony here again, and a different subject for a short video altogether. As you can see from the reflection in my glasses, I'm about to read something off my mobile phone. And this is probably going to surprise some people because I don't really read much from the Bible. I think that might be why some people don't even think I'm a real Christian, because I don't seem to read enough from the Bible. I don't seem to have enough confidence in the Bible. Well, here's a bit from the Bible that relates to something going on tomorrow afternoon. Like I say, an Anglican church near me will be having a meeting, and part of it will be thinking about hope and what it's all about. Here is a really old-fashioned translation of the Bible, really ancient. And it says, and I like these words, they sound sort of a bit, almost a bit like the word Shakespeare would have used. 1 Corinthians 13:13. And now abideth faith, hope, and charity, these three. But the greatest of these is charity. So now faith, hope, and love abide. These three, but the greatest of these is love. Three things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. As I'm sure you could tell, these were all different, if you like, translations of the one verse. Corinthians 13:13 again. I am fascinated to look with others at the idea and the subject and maybe even the need for hope. I really, really am, and I hope others will join us and we can look with open and objective and inquiring minds about this incredible thing. Hope. Hope. It's kind of got to be there, hasn't it? Well, at least I feel it is. Sometimes people are very derogatory and they maybe look at other people, or they point the finger and they go, bunch of no-hopers. No-hopers? Somebody says those people don't have hope. How do they know? Are they in their shoes? Another thing that has just struck me over many, many years thinking about things like this. Hope surely must be linked to some kind of at least expectation. Even though the expectation may be completely and utterly unreasonable. Something that rationally you think is really not going to happen, yeah? But it must be some kind of expectation. Maybe an expectation that something, somehow, is going to change. So, even from a Christian perspective, I'm looking forwards to examining this idea of hope and expectation. But just to go a bit biblical for a second, those beautiful words in several different translations from the book of Corinthians, Paul's letter to the Corinthians. By the way, important point, not actually God talking to the Corinthians, not Jesus talking to the Corinthians, not the Holy Spirit talking to the Corinthians, but Paul, the man, the individual who didn't know Jesus physically, for he was not alive, he was not an apostle. Yep. But put these other words in here in this verse, that famous verse, yeah? Faith, hope, and charity. They also later on change that for love. one of the things, therefore, that is clearly associated with hope is love. Now, I like the use of the word charity because I learned a lot about that word in my during my previous marriage and all kinds of things going on. But this word charity, look back, if you go far enough, where does it come from? What is its root word? What's its root meaning? Charity. Its root meaning is I believe, Latin, and I stand corrected if I get this wrong. Latin is charis. And what does charis lead to? Charis leads to cherish. Many of us who are even boomers will remember the wedding service where we would say to love and to cherish. Yeah, to love and to cherish. Cherishing is an active thing, in particularly a relationship of any kind with anybody. Love is a feeling. Sure, it's a real great feeling, and good grief, even I wake up with it still. Yeah. And it's a feeling, and it's a good feeling, and it's an important feeling, and it's a wonderful feeling. Yep. But cherishing is a part of love. Cherish is love in action. Cherish is doing things for and with this person, nourishing this person, helping this person, having transactions with them, relationship transactions, if you like, with them, that are cherishing and about building up, hopefully not pulling down. So hope, it's certainly here associated with love and cherishing, yeah, and it's associated with love, faith, hope, and love. Faith. Well, faith, does it have to be in the Christian God? Does it have to be in the Christian God? Look, a lot of people don't agree that I'm a Christian. Of course not. They're absolutely convinced I'm not. I mean, I've been called all kinds of things, including by a certain vicar in a church in Morecambe-on-Sea. One of my greatest things I've been called is a sodomite apologist. Yeah, I do quite, you see, even him, sodomite apologist here, but clearly not a Christian. Yep. But even if, does this have to be about a Christian God? Hope in a Christian God, or hope in God? Just hope in God. And I think somehow hope is more, well, it feels to me like it is more, than just pie in the sky when you die. Yeah? To me, it feels a lot more like that. How many times have I felt hopeless? Quite a few, certainly. Especially for people like me who have mental illness and things like that, and even physical illnesses as well. How many times have you felt hopeless, unable, not seeing any change in sight? And that makes you feel hopeless, and it makes you feel helpless. But hope is something maybe that is active, and maybe it doesn't need very much to feed it. I remember something really important. There was a group founded during World War II amongst especially Allied prisoners of war, And this group was, I think it may have been founded by a padre or something. I don't know. Yeah, but this group was called Toc H. Don't know what it stands for, but I know what it was about. They would meet in the huts in the barracks when the lights were turned off and all that lot, and they would gather around a small lamp or a small candle, and this became known as the Toc H Lamp. It was very, very dim, but it gave them something to focus on. It showed them flickering though it would have been, and dim though it would have been. One person once described something likely to happen as about as the likelihood is about as dim as a Toc H lamp, about as dim as a Toc H lamp. But hope, well, it was there, and the hope was being fed by something. I don't know, the wax in the candle, the paraffin in the lamp, whatever. The hope had to draw from somewhere to be there. It had to, like, not run out of fuel. Yeah. Now here's a weird thought. What if God can feed and fuel our hope? Yeah. Well, what if we just asked God to do that? Just to feed it and just to fuel it, just to keep it going. Remember, we sing hymns like, all my hope on God is founded. All my hope on God is founded. Does that have to be the Christian God? Does it have to be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? Is that absolutely necessary? What about people who are Muslim, for example? Can their hope not also be founded in God? Can Sikhs not have their hope founded in God? Hindus, Baha'i, or, sadly as some seem to believe, real hope is only for the Christians. If you're not a Christian, well, really there is no hope for you. To those people, if you're not a Christian, it's hopeless. Yep, you're going to die, however, and you're going to hell because you didn't accept Jesus Christ. Now that to me has nothing to do with hope. That has everything to do with despair. So just a few words, right? The famous CRT, I put that on all videos now. It will be explained in the notes. And hope to see you, or at least some of you, there tomorrow. Take care, and thanks to said church in Norfolk, UK, for hosting this event. Bye.